welcome to the very last episode of, well, basically everything that I had going on this channel and that I had going on the blog. So, this is the new Rockstar channel, and yeah, for the last couple of years, I've been making videos called A Rockstar Take On, and also videos in the Creator series where kind of like we learn a new way to plan our content and or the creation of our content. Um, and the Catacombe blog, so Catacombe Nijmegen, that website will stay up. And I had a series there every Friday. What do rock stars need to hear today? So that was what was going on. And yeah, I'm now kind of closing that whole chapter of my work. And like I said, everything will stay up, but I did feel compelled to make kind of like a closing video, looking back maybe a little bit. I don't know. Let's not look back. Let's just like come to the conclusion like, okay, what is the conclusion of all this work, all this thinking about rockstar principles, and and even about that, that content planning or that production planning, which still sounds so dry, but yeah, but because in the end it ended up having to do with one another. So looking back, I'm looking back anyway. After all, I mean, um, yeah, I can really see that the reason that I took on that new method of, planning the production of your content. And I was here on video with the dollhouse, and we just planned how we would make our content for that week with the trolls. So I put some trolls here as an illustration. Um, yeah, and that ended up having everything to do with what I had been doing here, in the years prior to that. So yeah, so let's dive in. So I just knew for a fact that the principle of being a rock star, the freedom that it stands for, the autonomy it stands for, that was very inspiring. That it was kind of like a shortcut to personal development. That concepts that would need a lot of words usually. If you think of a rock star, you immediately know where the pieces go. Like, you don't have to theorize about everything, because the rock star is like this archetype that we understand. So I just knew, like, okay, rock star is a great archetype, and yeah, by bringing that to this video series or to my blog, yeah, we can work with that, and we can kind of like get a better understanding of ourselves and make different choices. Um, yeah, so it was all about that, about discovering your own rock starness, and about how that applied to different areas of your life. And then I started this planning thing, and although I took it very seriously, and I will be taking it very seriously in the upcoming years, but not online, so that's in real life. So I've really, learned very cool things, and yeah, we'll be using this for teamwork, so for organizations, and yeah, so I was got into that planning thing, um, and I thought it didn't have anything to do with one another. And now I realized, oh, it has everything to do with one another, because what the Rockstar does, or what we have done for years on end here. I started a blog late 2022, so that is not yeah 2022, so that is 3.5 years now. Is to, very cheesy, put yourself in the driver's seat and um, decide on how you want to live your life. And when I started this training into this new planning technique and into this new organizational technique that I shared with you with the dollhouse and with the trolls, um, the reason that that really was so easy for me to learn, and the reason that in 2025 I quadrupled my content using this system was because I had already decided that I was going to do things my way. I had already put myself in that driver's seat and put myself in full authority over how I was going to create my content and what I was going to do and where my life was going to go. So it was the years leading up to, like starting to make these videos with the trolls for you. It was the year leading up to that that had already shaped my way of thinking, and it had already given me the permission slip to even think about those things. So that is also my last final message to you. It is the that it really was that mindset shift that we've discovered on this channel and we've discovered on the blog. It is that mindset shift of putting yourself in the position of, okay, but what if I was a rock star? How would I view this? What kind of decisions would I be making? And it is that decision that really changes everything. Once you are making your own decisions, then you can, start optimizing how you want to create your content, or, optimizing any area of your life. That is what the rock star has done. Um, yeah, I really want to close with with the story of John Bon Jovi, because John Bon Jovi was what brought me to rock. They were the first rock band that I liked. I was 14 at the time, and when they had their really big success, which was 1986, John Bon Jovi was 24 years old, which is young, but it's even younger if you realize that he had been working. They were on their third album. They had done world tours, doing opening for other bands and playing festivals and everything. So they were on their third album, but their first album was released when John was just 22, and uh, and already took them on a world tour. And he had been playing bars from the age of 16 years old, and playing with Bruce Springsteen, and being in the bar playing with his band in the evenings, and still going to school, to high school in the mornings, and working as a gopher in a recording studio from a pretty distant uncle that he didn't know beforehand. So he had been working for 8 years as a rock star, or putting himself in kind of like, he literally said, I didn't have a plan B. He'd been working for 8 years before 1986 and the big breakthrough. And so that is what made him a rock star. It was taking a different path and putting himself in a driver's seat at the age of, when he was 16, and starting to make different choices compared to his peers. He would get himself into the bar, on the stage, put in the time, and still show up in the morning for school. He made different choices. He really went the extra mile because he made that decision. This is what I'm going to do, and there is no plan B. And once you have made that decision, then you can have wise choices and unwise choices, and you can have great productivity systems where you produce your content, and you can have failing systems, but it really doesn't matter, because in the end it's all about that choice that John Bon Jovi made when he was 16 years old, where you put yourself in the driver's seat of your own life. And that is really what being a rock star is all about, and that is really what makes the difference. It's not the systems or the constructs that you use later on. It is that one single choice that creates momentum in a way that everything else will ultimately, some way or another, one way or another, fall into place, whatever their place is. So yeah, so that is my final take on yeah, on the rockstar concept, and on everything that I've created for this channel, and everything that I created for the Catacombe blog. Yeah, like I said, everything will stay online. I'm not gonna take it down or anything, so you can always check and read if you want to know more. My other channel is Life Lessons in Bon Jovi songs, and that will just keep running. So I will put that in the description box of the video or in the blog. So if you want to keep following me, yeah, I have videos for you there, and those will just keep on going. Okay, so see you on the other YouTube channel, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.